Okay, well apparently, because I've not done one of these for a while, even though it's not an official club channel, they're set up to promote stuff that we do with Future Lions, which I always get accused of being, I care more about that than the Kettering Town Football Club. But apparently, because I'm not doing these, the club are not communicating. Maybe it's just Pedro missing my dulcet tones. So I'll do one if that's what people think makes all the difference. So yeah, weekend obviously a lot of things social media wise seem to kick off. We're a shambles from top to bottom, which I find I think it just shows the naivety of some people and the narrow-mindedness of some of the fans who think that that everything we do is just built around around the first team. We've put on circa 430 games across all age groups and genders. Over 1,000 training sessions, got players to and from games. First team gone there, lights are on. I think we've had 15, 16 different events that the club have put on through what Gary and Sarah done at the clubhouse, and all the things that go on. Apparently we're a shambles and we can't we couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery because we made one mistake. Now we're not trying to belittle that mistake or trying to say that that it wasn't important. Of course it was, but some of the stuff that was stated after that is just ridiculous. The last club secretary we had, people wanted to lynch him for his keyboard warrior status, yet now people will take him back. So it just shows how some fans how they react to things and how short term their memories can be. I've got nothing wrong with people having different opinions. That's fine. People can debate stuff and agree that this should happen or that should happen. But to be fair, some of the things that were coming out the weekend, I don't think anyone wants to get into the slander and libel arenas, but it's getting pretty close to that, and I think people need to be a bit more respectful about stuff before things go over the before they go over the edge. We don't want a hard line split between fans. That's not what we're trying to generate. It's not good for us. It's not good for the club. It's not good for the fans. It's not good for anybody. So we would ask fans to be respectful to each other, and bit of ribbing is fine. If you've got a different opinion, that everyone's allowed to have that and state that and put out in public. But please, if you're getting close to the line, we don't want things ending up with instead daft things like libel and slander, because some of the things that people are saying about others and about some of the board members and about me, they're just bollocks, and either back it up or just don't do it. What else? Apparently our manager wouldn't have lasted at any other club this long in the league. Again, what a crock of crap. There's two managers that are one below us, one only just slightly above us, that if I put those two out in a poll, fans will be ripping their arm off to get those managers, and those managers currently are struggling. Those managers are currently putting things in place, and I've got confidence in both of them that they can achieve things. Same as I've got confidence in our manager that he can achieve. We set out our stall early doors. We said it at the fans forum. We want a manager that's going to help us build, and we're not a stepping stone. So we're not just being used for them to find the next job. So that we have the stability that the players need. We went through two managers last year, and that culminated in players leaving because we weren't. The manager that brought them in may not be the manager that was there when it came to looking at doing their options, and having someone that's going to be here who's committed to a course for the long term helps us. It helps us improve. It helps us retain. It helps us get better. Hopefully this season, as well as kicking on and doing more next season. So I don't agree that if other clubs are that quick to change, let's take Boston for example. They had Paul did well for us. They had Ian, who's a fantastic manager. So Paul's gone and Ian's coming in. No disrespect to Ian, as yet it's not kicked in yet. I'm sure it will, and I hope that he's not the next one, to fall foul of short-term views and short-termism. As long as the manager has the confidence of the boardroom, confidence of the players, and we can see that there's improvement and things are happening, we're always going to back them. Marcus was with us a long time. There was certain periods during Marcus's reign that a lot of fans were calling for him to go. A lot of fans, we hit a rough patch, and then the year later we get promoted. So I don't think we're short-termism. People might think, we're taking the easy option and blah blah blah. That's just at the end of the day. Like I said at the fans forum, the reason I don't do these as often is because I'll put things out there and people say, "Oh, that's a load of bollocks." The budget's the same. A load of bollocks. Well, it is the same. Manager, the same. It is the same. The goal for us to achieve what we want to achieve last year and this year is the same. It is the same. Fans will call it out. That's fine. But again, if you've got something that can back it up and say, look, this is the proof that our budget's been slashed. Please go ahead, put it out there, because we all know that it hasn't. Budget's the same. The manager's been given the same tools as the last two managers. Now, we're not saying that it's the biggest budget in the league. We've never stated that. And our current situation, while I'm in charge, we're not going to. We'll invest in infrastructure. We're not going to invest on the just throwing money at a playing budget. It has to be maintainable. It has to be sustainable, and that basically turns around and says what we make as a club goes into the playing budget. We're not going to speculate to accumulate, because that's never worked. I remember being at Corby and saying, do this and do that, and then players will come and people will come and more fans will come. We'll do this and fans will come. We'll do that and fans will come. Move back into the borough, fans will come. Oh no, you've got to move back into the kit. There's always an excuse. The fans that don't want to come, don't come. That's there's not much more I can do. I've listened to people. We've made the improvements that we can. Each step away, people said, do this and this will happen, do that and that will happen, do that. And the honesty is, stay away fans will stay away. Fans that want to come will come. That's just the reality of it. I live with it. They can call me out for it. Oh, owner doesn't give a shit. Da, da, da. Honestly, I don't know what you expect. That's the truth of the matter. Are we happy that our away form is shockingly bad? No. Are we doing absolutely everything we can to improve our away form? Yes. If we knew what the magic formula was to turn our home form into a half decent away form, we would do it. It's not some huge conspiracy that we want to play well at home and lose at lose away from home. Is it the pitch? Don't think so. I think the first time we saw the pitch come into play was probably the last weekend. It was heavy and boggy, but prior to that, pitch has been decent. The best that I've seen it in the 7 years that we've been at Latimer Park. So it's not come into play yet. So that's not the reason we're winning at home and losing away. There's another reason for it. I can't put my finger on it. The gaffer can't put his finger on it. The board can't put their finger on it. So we're trying absolutely everything we can to try and improve that away form, because that is the difference in our season so far. If we were getting dicked at home and dicked away, I'd take some of the criticism that the manager's getting. But we're not. So he deserves the time and he deserves the opportunity to put it right, while we're moving in the right direction as a club, try and improve the away form, and even some wild and wacky things which. If that comes off on Friday, I'll do another update in a week, and you can see that. But I think fans need to stick with it, stick with us. We're doing the right things for the right reasons. Cool. So another criticism we seem to be getting at the moment is, Peterborough Sports have put their half-season ticket deal up. Our club are not. And I did search. To be fair, it's probably on the other chat forum that I only dip in and out of. But we're getting called out again. We wouldn't be as forward thinking of that and blah blah blah. We've done it. 3 years in a row, and the reason we haven't done it, this season is because the uptake previously hasn't warranted us doing it. Same as ticket offers. I know who said it. I haven't got the comment on it, but another serial commenter. Oh yeah, we don't get ticket offers. Well, again, we've done 3 for 2 Tuesdays. Terrific Tuesdays, I think David called it when he came up with the idea. And again, the uptake on those tickets doesn't warrant us doing those kind of things at this point in time. The economic realities for for everybody, not just fans, but also for the club. Everyone's struggling. We understand that fans want to get better value, but fans all needs to understand that our utility bills have gone up. We're paying more for our raw products. Everything that we do to keep the club running is costing us more. Our rent goes up. So our rent goes up as of the 1st of December. So we've had an increase in our rent. So we've got a cost of living increase on our rent moving forward. So we understand that it's tight for fans, and we understand that fans can't afford to come to every single game, and there's always this clamour to reduce prices and more people will come. And what we're trying to put across is, if you look at the shots that we've done before, we've tried things to try and get people to come. So we're not averse to trying things to try and reduce the cost for the fans, for the good of both the fans and the clubs. But historically, those ideas, or those things we've put forward, haven't generated any additional footfall for the club. So we understand. We're not trying to belittle the economic situation for everybody, and we're not calling people out. That we are more than grateful for the people that come through the turnstiles. We hope we can put on a better product. We want to do well this season. So we understand that winning games does affect the gate. Some fans can't afford to come to home games, and they enjoy the travelling away. I don't have a problem with that. I think you can support your team wherever you want, and I understand the away day experience is very different to Latin Park. You're going to new places. It's the day you're travelling, all those kind of things. So I don't have an issue with fans that say I prefer to watch Kettering away than I do at home. We love you to watch us at home as well, because obviously we make the revenue from that. But at the end of the day, you can support the club however you want to support it. But I think my whole gist of this thing is, we're getting called out for stuff which is just not realistic. If people want us to do an offer, I'll put one out. I'll put one out, and we'll see how it goes. Because, as I said, it's not the first time we've heard these things, and we have tried them before. For people to say that we're not forward thinking, or we're not trying, or we haven't tried, is just wrong. It is Friday, so the lads delayed coach. The coach was delayed, so. I don't know if the gaffer will get his stop that he wanted to make, but 20-6 on Friday, so I'm hopeful that we're going to get a win tonight. As I said, we're trying a couple of things that if they do or don't come off, I'll let you know about if I do another one of these. Cheers.